Okay. Still ለራሳችሁ አጨብጭቡ አንድ ጊዜ በደንብ ሞቅ አድርጋችሁ። Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone. I think the last 5 summits, there were a lot of learnings that took place. There were a lot of topics that we discussed. There were a lot of topics that we pushed. But it seems to me this year there is a lot of maturity and there is a lot of critical issues that were discussed. It's just because of you as participants, as delegates, the speakers that came forward to contribute without reservation, without hesitation, the panelists, as well as everybody who has contributed to this. So I would like to really say thank you very much. I'm definitely sure next year we will definitely meet in more critical, to address key critical issues on the issues that we have already achieved. And then, we take them to the next step. If they're not answered, if they're not addressed, then they will continue to come along, every conference. And particularly those, our speakers, panelists who have come all the way from neighboring countries and other places to share their perspectives without reservation. Would you please put your hands together for them? And thank you very much. So with this, I'm definitely sure that the journey towards regional financial integration, you name it, or whatsoever name you want to give it, is not going to be far from happening. So before we finalize, don't forget that we're taking group pictures that we all want to remember this moment and what we have contributed to the conversation. This I always say, conversations are the missing elements, particularly in our country. And if I expand it in our region, we need conversations. We need discussions. We need to unpack a lot of things. I think this platform has served in some way, regardless of how difficult to put all this together. And who made it possible? Particularly, I have to appreciate and you have to support me in acknowledging their contributions. And our strategic partners, of course, the owner, let me say, the partner of this specific last session, which was very hard, Capital Market Authority. I believe you know now how to, take part in the next years. Judy is laughing. I know why she's laughing. Anyways, so I think we have to say thank you very much. This was very important. Your participation was critical. The National ID program, as well as FSD Ethiopia. I would like to say thank you, and I want you put your hands together again to really appreciate. It's not easy, Now 2 days are over. We have discussed a lot of topics. We have addressed a lot of issues. We triggered a lot of minds and thinkings around it. And the whole idea of organizing, this is a platform. Many ideas can revolve around it. But within 2 days, we know for sure that we're not able to address every topic. And we're not even intending to find answer for all problems. But what we are trying to do is that at least initiate the conversation and then let that go, let that continue. And so that can be multiplied, and probably that could in the end become a policy, or it could become something that changes the way we do business, the way we run organizations. So that is the whole idea, and I think we are successful in that way. And I would also want to appreciate our sponsors who have trusted what we do, who have never questioned, and they were willing to pay for all the expenses that needed to be covered for making it possible. And I really want to name and encourage, appreciate Awash Bank, as well as Raxio, who are platinum, Raxio Ethiopia, who are both of them platinum sponsors. I would please, I'm sure you understand how this is important, as well as I would also want to appreciate and say thank you to Eat Switch, which is a gold sponsor, as well as, yes, please. And some of these have believed in the idea of when we started it. And let me tell you this, I'm not sure, is anyone from National Bank of Ethiopia here? Anyone? Not now. Okay, so I can tell you this, don't tell anybody, okay? When we started the idea of, we realized that there was a gap in terms of having conversation in the finance sector and the need for a platform, because we all go to other places. You know, when it's in Washington, D.C., where we were last November or so, or no, October, I guess. World Bank and IMF meetings, everyone was excited to be there. And there are different places that similar workshops take place. But what we all ask is, when do we have those kind of consistent kind of platforms where discussions can take place? Why do we have to always go? Just why don't we bring continuously so that people can put on their calendars saying, in Ethiopia, this is happening next year. So with this idea, we approached them and said, it was like 2015, I guess, and then we asked, can we do this platform, create it and run together, because it's very important, and I believe you guys are meeting with bankers, insurance, any player in the finance sector. When you have meetings, you know, there has to be a place where you don't have to be in your meeting mood and having a kind of learning and having that conversation mood, and said, so one of them said, we don't have time for that. You know, that was how it was started. But now, you know, it has evolved over time, and I'm very happy to see that this, they're witnessing this is changing, and that now everybody is on board to encourage this, and I'm excited to see that. So why I'm saying this example is Capital Market Authority. You know, I'm coming back to you. I'm not leaving you today. You know, when it is started, it would be difficult, and there is a learning time to take place. There is evolving stage. You know, so how do we maneuver that inexperience until, you know, companies come to the stage where everybody can fulfill those things? That's what I want to say. And the other thing is, I would really appreciate our co-organizers, again, who stepped up and who supported, not only who took the labor of putting every piece together so that the 2 days, not only the 2 days, but 3-4 months can, you know, everything can come together to happen. And please say thank you to SCC. You know who I'm talking about. Judith, please, can you, yeah, you know, you have to come here, but, you know, come here. Yeah, it's your stage too. Her support as organizer also was very critical, so I'll give her the opportunity to say thank you, and the message she wants to pass, and as well as Association of Ethiopian Insurers as well. And what we say to them, because I have to, you know, these are the stories everybody has to know. So you remember we said, please, we said insurance associations, bankers associations, and those are the kind of institutions that need to own this. We said to them, and some of them understood what we're talking about and the benefit of what the platform brings. And last year, Insurance Association used it beautifully. They brought their agenda in 5 to 10 minutes, and this year they said thank you because our agenda or issues, they've tried it on a number of meetings, it didn't happen. So I think, so they were there to support and encourage, as well as, you know, iCapital. Why is it quiet? Why everybody is quiet when it's iCapital? And Accelerate Global, who is supporting in terms of cross-border professional development as well. And I will give you the chance. You're the one to close it, final word. But one thing I'm always proud of every year, and not only every year when we organize this summit, but also when we do what we do as a company itself, as an organization, is I'm very much proud of the team that is behind this. And I have to say thank you in front of you, and I want you to put your hands together to really appreciate the efforts. And please, guys, where are the others? Come on. Rahawa, the owner. They want to see you. They know you by name. Everybody knows her by name. Please, where are the others? Okay, please ask them to come later, and they will be visible to everybody because they really deserve that thank you and that energy that will take them forward. So next year, we believe it's going to be more regional, more participatory, and that's what we're going to work for. But at the same time, we want feedbacks. How can we make it even bigger? How can we bring more stronger conversations? How can we bring policymakers, regulators sitting here, asking and answering questions? I think these are the steps as we move on to the next stage. And let me give the opportunity to finally, I don't want to close it the way she wants to close it. And thank you very much.
So I would say this. I was not supposed to be on the stage at all, so it was by force. But I think Gametru, in his passion to thank our sponsors, might have missed reinsurance. And please do give a round of applause for them, because I do believe that they've been saying insurance is being left out, and I don't want to be in a position that's how we left them out. So please, one more applause for them again as our sponsors. I would like to say a very warm and thank you to everyone, but one thing I would want to say is this. I've been asked a lot as ACCA, why do we get involved in the finance sector? Quite interestingly, it was the central bank that asked me, Yoritu, why are you here? You're a professional body of accountants and auditors and finance professionals. Why does it interest you? I think then in that case, we haven't really told our story really clearly. Behind every successful bank, behind every successful organization, there is an accountant, okay? I do want to hear that. And obviously now that the capital market is coming in, there is no way that won't be successful without us. So I think we're always known when things fall, but I want to be clear, it's only because of us that also things go right. Now, with that being said, I would like to say next time, I think we've been discussing. I know we want to take the summit outside of Addis. Maybe that's why Gametru brought me to the stage. We've got people from Uganda, we've got people from Tanzania. They're clapping as well. So I'm not gonna commit here and commit on my team's head saying it's going to be Kenya, Tanzania, or Uganda. Myself and Gametru would make them bid and host us. That's how we would go about it. But with that being said, thank you, everyone. I think we do appreciate everyone for taking time out to learn, share their experience, and grow with us. With this, I would officially like to close the session.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you, and like we discussed, I think we're going to finish this with a team building exercise. This team building exercise is very easy. You are all going to come in front, and we're going to take a big picture, because the way I see it, you are the ones that finished the summit. The way I see it, it doesn't matter if we have 110 million people, the people in this room are definitely most dedicated, and we want to commemorate that position. So for those of you that would like to sit, we have wonderful, beautiful seats here, and then we can also stand at the back. And for those of you that are very confident, the stage is also yours, so we can have a nice row. So ladies and gentlemen, please let me all welcome you to the front of the stage, as you are the stars of the show. Thank you very much. Please join us towards the front of the stage.